musicians is, how can we help shape this vibration? How do we use music to shape vibration? And so my question to anyone making music and using technology to do it, I would love to see less of this misogynistic music. It's tapping into our psyche. It's bringing us to a lower vibrational level for a population that's facing, like, climate change, right? We've got a lot of big shit to worry about. And we're worried about the nonsense, like so much nonsense. And so, yeah, that was our question. And a lot about indigenous beats and how those beats are important to infuse into our vibration because it's part of our DNA and part of our frequency. And if you believe in vibration, you believe in frequency, especially music, and now as a result of technology, we have a real opportunity to not just make personal and professional change, but to actually change some real stuff around the world, because with technology now, there's no barriers to communicating. And so now we can get music from Uganda and Tanzania. And we can do that in all different languages. Swahili, whatever. If you're listening to Afrobeats, you don't know what they're saying, but you like it. It finally crossed over as a result of technology. And so, yeah, I think that there's huge opportunity for creatives to take lead right now and use technology to do it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? Any questions? Sure.
Hello. My question to you is, I see that you're well informed with AI, you love it. Where do you feel like regulation fits in with this new innovation and how it is just going to be a part of every industry? What is your take on regulation?
Oh, it's coming. That's my answer, it's coming. And it does need to be because of some of those concerns I stated. We're not going to self-police. It's like, we're human, and we just, we don't like to follow rules, and that, maybe that's a good thing. But regulation is coming, and I think it's for reasons that I stated, is that we can't let artificial intelligence actually guide us until it's smarter. So to be clear, AI is not that smart yet. Yeah, and so I think regulation is going to have to come.
Do you feel like regulations should be coming in the hands of the government or through just
what you said? Yeah, the second part.
So
yeah.
not through the government.
No,
Yeah,
I think already there's private groups who have self-organized around this particular point, like around bias and data and that kind of thing. And I even think that there's a European kind of, if anybody knows here, I think that there's a European kind of faction that's organizing now in a large way. But these large AI organizations, in my world, there's AI for Good, which is for social entrepreneurship, social good, and how do we use AI for good. And so they're organizing in a pretty strong way. So yeah, I agree with you. I think government's probably going to get involved, sadly, but I think that it's better off in the hands of organizations that can, or groups, or mandates for keeping people safe. Because you can see, like, there's a lot of sci-fi. There's something to sci-fi. It's not totally made up. And so there are some sci-fi movies about AI. And what's the first thing you train AI? You can't harm humans, right? the first rule is you can't harm humans, right? So before it gets too smart, there's gonna have to be some regulation.
Hi, how are you? I had a question about trends or like fads. So maybe a year and a half to 2 years ago, everyone was talking about NFTs, and we don't really talk about that anymore. So why do you think that could possibly happen in this area, or why wouldn't it happen?
No, I think it's impossible. So there's a framework, a theory. It's called the diffusion of innovation, and basically what it says, you probably all heard about this theory. It goes from like laggards to it goes people who are late to the game, all the way up to innovators. You've heard this, right? Part of that theory, and a nuanced part of that theory, is that people are going to change if the alternative to what we've been doing is just so much better. NFTs isn't better than what we've been doing. That was a fad. It wasn't solving a problem. It was just like, how do I get something different than everybody else has and spend a ton of money? That is gonna fall away. AI solves problems. Like it's solving problems every day. I made 5 videos. That's a huge problem solved. I don't have to hire somebody now. I can hire somebody for something else, And so I think AI is here to stay. It is not going anywhere. Actually, if it went anywhere now, people would be like, what we can't work more efficiently? Why not?